Hi, my name is Harry and I'm part of Tea Time Productions. I'm also a student at Middlesex in my first year, and these are the three main cameras you can get out. Today I'm going to be explaining which one I prefer, as well as allowing you to make your own assumption by giving you facts and knowledge on each one. We're going to be starting with the lens types, and which is different for each camera. So the first camera with the lens types we're going to talk about is the JVC 750. It's got the most generic lens. It goes from 5 to 88 millimeters. It gives you that shallow depth field, wide depth of field. It's normally one of the most common cameras taken out. Then you've got the Sony Z7. My favourite lens out of all of them, it's got a wide lens for you to use, which is mostly used for dramas. I highly recommend. Get them landscape shots in there nicely. It gives you more options. And that goes from 4.4 to 52 millimeters. And lastly, we have the JVC HMU100. Now this lens only goes from 3.7 to 33 millimeters, so it's got the smallest lens on all of them. But if you haven't had a camera tutorial yet, it is one you can take out without one. Okay, so we'll start with the most complicated camera when it comes to formatting and transferring into post, as it works on tape and flash card, not SD cards. To transfer it over, you need a lead that goes from the camera into the computer, which allows you to capture it through tape, which works on the format of M2T. If it's through flash card, it works onto the format of DV cam. Now, there is other ways of transferring it over. You can also use a tape deck, which are only in the Avid suites at the uni. Moving on to one of the slightly easier cameras to format, which is why it is probably one of the most commonly taken out cameras, the 750. Now this has two SD card ports, which allows you to record them both at the same time, which means you can give one to your editor halfway through and continue recording on the other. It shoots in MP4 or MOV. The HMU100 is very similar, but it may have two SD card slots, but it only records on the one, unlike the JVC 750. When it comes to availability in the loan store, the 750 can be tricky to get out, as it is one of the most commonly used cameras. There are quite a few in stock, but however, many people take it out because of the easiness and simplicity of it. It does make it easier for most students. The HMU100 is, if you haven't had a tutorial, you can still get this camera out, so some people will use it, but if you want to know your stuff, always have your tutorial beforehand. It's normally always available in the loan store, unlike the 750, which you do want to book in advance. Always book, otherwise you may get to the day and have to use a camera you don't want to use. The Z7 is one of the most commonly easiest to get out, purely for the fact that not many people want to deal with the issue of flash cards and tapes and the trickiness of getting into post. However, despite all of that, the Z7 is my personal favourite. I like the lens type, I like the simplicity of it, and for me it's preferable to use. And the fact that not many people use it just makes it one step ahead of the rest. Okay, that is all of it for us today. If you please click on the link below to Facebook and Twitter, and please tune in next time for another Tea Time production special of what to do and how to help you out within your time at uni and just generally in the industry.